My name's Derek Julius. Uh, as a Nigerian, as an African, and as a Pan Africanist who never misses an opportunity to miss an opportunity, I want to lend my voice to the present uh, activities that is going on in Nigeria with regards to the forthcoming presidential general election. It is very it has become so topical that most Nigerian youth are risen up and they've woken up from their slumber because Jeff Kennedy once said, "A society whose young men and women are in a state of continuous slumber is bound to disintegrate or suffer extinction." And it is to this that I want to speak to the present state of affairs in that nation called Nigeria. By 1st of October this year, 2022, Nigeria would be 62 years of regaining her political independence. And there is really nothing to show for uh, the self governance of that country, Nigeria. Ordinarily, that country would have been a great country, but because we have continued to recycle those cabals, those elderly ones, those grandfathers, those grandmothers in our political scene, and that is one of the more reasons why Nigeria is the way it is today. And I want to say this categorically. If there's anything they need most now, like the Roman Catholic will say, mea capa, maxima capa. I think that is what the elite need as we speak now, because the Nigerian youth have decided they want to be drivers, they want to be directors, they want to be managers of their own affairs. Because if you do not manage your affairs, you cannot get to your destiny. Nigerians have woken up and they are saying enough is enough. We cannot be silent for too long because they have taken our silence for cowardice. And now I am calling on Nigerian youth. As a youth myself, I want us to be part and parcel of this crusade, part and parcel of this agenda, of this movement. It is a movement. Peter Obi, as we speak now, is no longer an individual. It is now an ideology. And Nigerian youth have been able to get themselves involved in this ideology because this is an opportunity we've long been waiting for. A time of change, a time of drastic change, a time that I want to describe as a new dawn, a new beginning in the life of Nigerians, a new beginning in the life of that country. This, what is going on today with the revolution that has been taking place in that country, that is ongoing in that country with regards to getting their PVC. It is indicative and demonstrative of the fact that this is not a time of tokenism. This is no longer a time of poetry. This is not a time where people of cosmetics. This is a time they really mean business and they want to begin to be involved in the management of their affairs. And that in itself is one thing I want to really thank the Nigerian youth for, because as a youth I am deeply involved, and as a concerned Nigerian, and I want every youth in that country to be involved in this struggle, to be involved in this movement. I must tell you something. If no, you do not allow the circumstances that is being given to you by the present state of affairs in that country to disempower you, rather give to yourself that which empowers you. Begin to act as a youth the way you want to be, and soon you'll be the way you act. And I want to equally advise the Nigerian youth. I want us to begin to see ourselves, because life is a fight for territory. What you don't fight in life fights you. Now I tell you this, we have decided to be involved in the political affairs of that country because we have Nigerian youth as we speak all over the globe are respected. They have the intellectual property, they have the intellectual prowess, the intellectual exactitude, the intellectual correctitude to be able to catapult that country to a befitting height. And I want to tell us categorically today as a youth, and I want every youth to be involved in this movement. It is a movement that everyone should not be left out. We are tired of being spectators spectators in our own affairs. We want to be full participants in the regaining of our political scene because we have been told that the youth are the future of tomorrow. They are the leaders of tomorrow. But that is not evidence in the life of the Nigerian youth. Some of us are 62 today. From the time the Nigerian got her independence, most of us will be 62 by October. So where is the youth? Where is that youthfulness in that individual? So which means they squandered our past, they squandered our future, present, and they're equally going to squander our future if we do not rise now like the way the youth have risen today. I want us to hear this. Martin Niemöller, shortly a clergy and a poet, shortly after the Second World War, he said, when they came for the communists, I didn't speak up because I wasn't a communist. And then they came for the socialists. I didn't speak up because I wasn't a socialist. And then they came for the labor unionists. I didn't speak up because I wasn't a unionist. And then they came for the Jews. I didn't speak up because I wasn't a Jew. And then they came for the Catholic. I didn't speak up because I was a Presbyterian. And when they came for me, I knew there was no one on an account to speak for me. And that is why every born Nigerian youth should rise to this occasion. Our younger generation are home today. ASU is on strike because of bad governance. Today, nothing is happening. We don't have good roads. We don't have accessible medical health care. We don't have portable running waters. This whole thing boils down to bad governance and bad leadership. And this is why today that country has been plunged into a state of political higgledy-piggledy, political hocus-pocus, political quagmire. Our state today, as we speak, is tempestuous and tumultuous, and we must put an end to it. I want to encourage the Nigerian youth, even if at all you've been entuned by fear, I want you to know this, by virtue of what is going on in Nigeria today, by the revolution that has taken place today, in order for them to get their PVC, in order for them to be actively involved in the political affairs of that country, I tell you, you have just been resurrected. I want us, every youth, wherever you are, let us come out en masse to ensure that we have our PVC, because your PVC is more powerful than a bullet. This is not from me. This is from Abraham Lincoln. He said, your vote is more powerful than a bullet. And that is why today those political cabals, those in the corridor of power, are beginning to get the signal that, look, something great is going to happen if they do not do otherwise. So this is why the youth should rise, should not be deterred by circumstances, should stand up to this occasion, because this is the moment we've all been waiting for. The end size was hijacked by these so-called political leaders, but they cannot hijack this moment, because this is a new dawn, a new beginning in the life of that country, Nigeria. When Africa rises, I tell you, when Nigeria rises, the whole of Africa will rise. This is my take on this issue. Thank you very much for giving me the audience.